Hey rich friends, today we're going to talk about 4 affordable ways to rewire your brain for wealth. If you are someone who did not grow up with a lot of money, maybe you grew up poor, or you are just comfortable, or your parents and your family lived from hand to mouth, it's very likely that you have developed some unconscious mindset as a result of that, and you're grown up, you're in a different environment, you are in a better financial position, and you're aspiring to have a better quality of life, to get rich and to build wealth. But if you're not careful, you may still be behaving and thinking with the old mindset that you developed based on how you grew up and how you are raised. And those mindsets may be keeping you from actually building wealth. As a man thinketh, so is he. This is a very, very powerful saying. And it's one that you ought to pay attention to, especially if you are trying to achieve something that is seemingly hard or something that no one in your immediate environment has been able to achieve. Maybe you're aspiring to a level of wealth that no one in your family, your generation, no one around you has been able to achieve, and you're seeking to be the circuit breaker, the pathfinder. You're trying to be the first millionaire, first multi-millionaire, first billionaire in your family. You really need to pay attention to this saying. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What are you thinking in your heart? What are you thinking about yourself? Your mindset is critically important to your success. Your mindset affects the way you think, how you show up in the world, the opportunities you pursue, and even the opportunities that are available to you. I came across a saying recently on Instagram that says that your eyes only see what your mind is ready to accept. Let that sink in. If you take twins, 2 children born at the same time from the same parent, the same genetic code, and you take one of those twins, you raise them in a developed nation like the United States, and you take the other twin and you raise that child in a third world country, and you let them grow up till maybe age 20, and you bring them together, they will behave, first of all, in very vastly different ways. They'll talk different. They may look the same, but they'll talk different. They'll react differently to the same circumstances. They will have different ambitions. They'll have different thoughts, different goals. This shows you that your mindset is critically important to every single thing that happens to you in your life. The good news is 80% of millionaires are first generation. These people have been able to break free of any limiting belief, poor mindset that they may have gotten as a result of how they grew up. They broke the circle, changed their habits, and now they're millionaires. And hopefully they're able to pass down that money, the mindset, the habits to the next generation after them. If they were able to do it, that means you and I can also do it. You can be a first generational wealth builder. Before we talk about the 4 affordable ways to rewire your brain for wealth, let's talk about mindsets, right? What is a mindset and how is a mindset shaped? Your mindset is essentially how you think about situations. And your mindset is formed by 2 things, your experiences and your environment. The experiences shape the way you think and you feel about something. So let's say that you are very smart, you are very intelligent, and you are lucky enough to go to university or high school in an expensive school, in a school that by naturally you are not able to afford going there. Maybe you got in there by a scholarship, and while you are there you had a very difficult time. You are bullied by rich people, you were treated less than in the class. If you are not careful, that experience could have created a mindset in you where you associate rich people or wealthy people with being brats, being wicked, being not nice, being unkind. You may have associated that experience, which is a very valid experience, maybe very traumatic as well, with wealth. And unconsciously, even though right now you may say, I want to build wealth, I want to be rich, you may be reacting in your mind, based on that. And so unconsciously you are repelling wealth, you are repelling becoming wealthy, because you are afraid that if I become wealthy, I will become a brat, I'll become wicked, I'll become unkind. So you may be saying it, I'm going to be wealthy, I'm going to be rich, I'm going to be X, but your unconscious mind will be working against that. Or let's say you grew up watching your parents live paycheck to paycheck, watching your parents borrow money, take out credit card debt, take out loans to be able to meet their basic needs. And that was the norm, right? They never got into any trouble. That's how they raised you guys. Unconsciously, you may have normalized just getting into debt. You may have normalized borrowing money to meet your everyday need. You may have normalized living paycheck to paycheck. There are many INRs who are earning 5 figures every month who live paycheck to paycheck. They are one emergency away from being poor. Many INRs. So this is not even about how much money you earn now. It's a mindset. So if you grew up that way, you grew up living on the edge, you grew up not having enough, it may translate now. Now you may be earning 20K a month, 40K a month, 10K a month, but you're still living on the edge. You have no savings. Your quality of life, you are spending exactly how much money you are making. You look rich. You look like $1 million because you are spending all your money, but you are one emergency away. That could be a mindset thing that has come from your experiences. Second way your mindset is formed is through your environment. Your environment is critically important to your mindset because the beliefs, the values, the attitude, the activities that you partook in by virtue of being in an environment eventually morph into your mindset. For example, let's say you grew up in a household where you are not really challenged to work hard. It was more like, do your best, whatever you feel like doing, that's fine. So you are not challenged to work hard academically. You are not challenged to work hard on anything. And that's how you grew up. You grew up just not stressing yourself. You grew up thinking that working hard is stressful. What that could look like is right now, you may desire to be rich, you may desire to increase your income. But because all your life, you've not really had to struggle for anything. You've not really had to discipline yourself to work hard. You may be struggling right now to discipline yourself, to work hard, to build your business, to do well in school, to get another job, to work extra hours. That may be a challenge for you. All your friends right now, they're okay with where they are financially. None of them has a side hustle. None of them is disciplined with their expenses. None of them is trying to live below their means. They don't save, nothing like that. And these are your closest friends who are around you. It will be excruciatingly difficult for you to do better because you have surrounded yourself with people whose values, whose goals are diametrically different from where you're trying to go. So your mindset is so important, and it is caused by those two things, your experiences and your environment. So therefore, if you want to change your mindset, you have to change your experiences and change your environment. And it's from using those two things that I'm going to talk about these very 4 simplest, most affordable ways to rewire your brain for wealth. The very first one is find affordable ways to recreate a wealthy lifestyle. For my day job, I travel a lot and I spend a lot of time in hotels. I'm very lucky to stay in some of the best hotels in the world. And by the very first time, I traveled to a very upscale hotel in New York, in Times Square. And immediately I entered into this hotel, I was immediately hit by just the scent. It was magical. I was like, that was the first time I was experiencing that. And I was like, oh my God, this thing smells so nice. When I noticed that from the reception into the elevator, into the room, the bathroom, every single corner of this hotel had a uniform scent and it smelled so nice. It was so relaxing. Like immediately I entered into the hotel, it felt like I was being transported into a different realm. And it was very different. Like I'll go out of my hotel to work and immediately I enter into the hotel to carry me back there. It just screamed luxury, it screamed comfort. And I was like, I would really like this. I couldn't afford it at the time. And I began to think, within my budget, how can I recreate this? And you're gonna laugh. But what I could afford then was Bath and Body Works, right? Bath and Body Works, they have these scent plugs. I bought a bunch of them. I started with like 2 plugs and then I went to 5 plugs and I went to 10 plugs. And I bought the same scent. So I bought 1 scent. It was lavender. I bought 1 scent and I used it throughout my home. The hotel had Santal 33 and they were able to afford to put it in every room. That's mega money. I didn't have that money. And so it was like, I can afford a $15 version of that. I'm going to do that. But by doing that, whenever I entered into my home, I had the same experience. Again, it's about experiences. Every single day, just being in the home, what was I telling myself? I can create the same experience. I can have the same scent throughout my house. I'm telling myself that I'm worthy of this experience and I can do it. And I know it's a matter of time. Another example too is paintings. I remember the first time again that I went to a massive hotel and I just saw paintings in every room. There were paintings in the bathroom, painting in the bedroom, painting in the reception. It became clear to me that this is the way wealthy people live, They have paintings everywhere. It's a sign of abundance. You have extra money. You've met all your basic needs and you have extra money to adorn your walls. And I remember when I saw that, I know paintings are very expensive. I know that. There's a reason why rich people have them. But then what did I do? I figured out affordable ways to have paintings. If you go on Etsy, there are paintings you can buy for $5 and you can print them out and put them on your wall. There are many museums that have free images. There are many open source images, and I'm going to put a few links in the description box if you want to explore this. They have free to download art, like actual art that hangs in museum. You can download some of them free of charge on some websites. Download it for free, print it out and put it on your wall. What are you doing? Every single day you pass by that painting, you're telling yourself, one day you replace that with a real painting. These paintings on my wall are from Etsy, right? They look really nice, they look really amazing. Nothing, massive about them. It's not Picasso or anything. But it gives me joy. It makes my setup look nice. And it makes my home feel rich, my house feel rich. And every single time that I look at it, I'm cultivating a rich mindset. I'm telling myself that very soon, one day I'll be rich enough, I'll be able to afford an actual painting. I'll be able to afford to commission an artist to do a painting for my house. But until then, hey, I can get something from Etsy, I can print something in my local store. So find affordable ways to create a wealthy lifestyle. You're going to have to be resourceful. You're going to have the audacity to ask questions. Like, if you see something that you like, ask the person, what is it? Where do you get it from? Like, second affordable way to create a healthy lifestyle is to buy affordable things in expensive places. I love Crate and Barrel. Crate and Barrel is probably my favorite interior decor store, followed by Restoration Hardware. If I could afford it, I would buy every single thing that is in my apartment from Crate and Barrel, Pottery Barn, or Restoration Hardware. That's where I'll buy every single thing. But I couldn't afford it at the time. So what did I do? Mix and match. The most expensive furnitures, I bought them cheap. So I bought my couch from IKEA, I bought things from Wayfair, I bought things from Amazon based on my budget at the time. But then I found affordable things that I could buy in expensive places. So I may not be able to afford to buy my couch, my entire couch set from Crate and Barrel. But I can buy my throw pillow, the pillow on my couch, I can buy from Crate and Barrel. It's $50. I can buy a $50 throw pillow. I can buy a $50, $100 blanket. I can buy a $50 vase from Crate and Barrel, right? I can, like, little things. I can buy an apron. But what does that do for you? When you enter into your house and your couch is from IKEA, but your pillow is from Crate and Barrel, you're creating wealthy experiences. You are telling yourself that you can do it, because it's not a fake it till you make it thing. You're already on the way. You are saving your money, you are investing your money. You're going to get there. But you don't have to wait before you begin to create experiences that just build that mindset in you. And that's the key. The key is that if you can recreate these wealthy experiences, you can begin to develop a wealthy mindset. If you develop a wealthy mindset, you can begin to see opportunities that would help you to become wealthy. That's the way it is. You are trying to reverse engineer wealth, right? If you create the experiences, you create the mindset, you will begin to see experiences. You begin to make choices that will give you the opportunity to create wealth. You begin to show up in the world already like a wealthy person. You can begin to network. You can begin to put yourself in those environments that will actually create wealth. So that's the vision, that's the goal. Third, very easy and affordable thing that you can do to rewire your brain for wealth is to surround yourself with wealthy things and wealthy people. And I'll start with the wealthy things. The internet is one of the greatest things that was created because it gives you access into things that you do not have. That's very honest truth. Right now, you can go on TikTok and watch a vlog of somebody in their mansion in New York, somebody in their mansion in California. Previously, before the internet existed, you would need to know that person, and that person would need to trust you enough to bring you into their house. And when they bring you into their house, you may only just be in the living room. They will not show you their bedroom. But now, with the internet, on your phone right now, you can watch a vlog of somebody's apartment. Let's say you desire to own a BMW. Right now, you can watch a vlog of somebody driving their BMW. You can watch real estate reality TV shows where people are selling houses. Like, you can, right now, at the tip of your fingers, can begin to see the things that you aspire. And by seeing them, you can experience them. What I mean by experience them is, and this is one thing I do a lot, I spend a lot of time imagining. I spend a lot of time seeing things that I like and engaging with them. Only have to show me once. Once I can see it, the Bible says that as far as your eyes can see, so shall I do unto you. All you need to do is to see it. Once I have the opportunity to see something, I know that I can have it. This is a wealthy mindset, by the way. I have the mindset that if one person can do it, they are not better than me. They're human. They have arms, they have legs. I have arms, I have head. They have a brain, I have a brain. God has no favorites, okay? If one person can do it, I can do it too. I have that mindset. So for me, I'm always looking for opportunity. So I'm spending time out here. I'm looking at watching people's vlogs. I'm listening to people's podcasts. I'm listening to podcasts like how they built this. There's a podcast actually. And I'm listening to people's stories of how they built businesses, how they recreated their lives, how they pulled themselves up by the bootstraps, and how they brought themselves up from low levels of wealth to the upper echelon of wealth. And I'm listening to that and I'm engaging with that. And that's the key. But I feel like many times, many of us watch these things. You're on Instagram, you have an influencer that you like, that you follow, and you're looking at those things, but you're not engaging. That's the key. You need to engage with it. And the way you engage with it is with your mind. Begin to think to yourself, if I was the one in this scenario, what would I do? You're watching someone's house, right? And the person is doing a home tour. A simple way to engage with it is to ask yourself, do I like it? The person, says, my home style is mid-century modern, and I have this couch, and my couch is this way, and they're talking about it. You can ask yourself, do I like that? Yes or no? I like that, great. Or I don't like that, this is how I would do it. By simply asking that question, you have put yourself in that experience. You have made that experience yours. And by doing that, you have rewired your mindset. And surround yourself with people, read their books, listen to their podcasts. If they are speaking at a conference, go there. If they recommend anything, read it. These are simple ways to change your mindset. You are the sum total of the 5 people you surround yourself with. It includes online. If all you watch is comedy, if all you watch is trash reality TV show, you are doing it wrong. You are wasting time on the internet. Surround yourself with top 5 creators that you like. At work, who are the top 5 performers at your office? Surround yourself with them. In your industry, whatever field that you are in, finance, healthcare, ICT, who are the top 5 performers there? Buy their books. Follow them on social media. And that brings me to the last point, number 4. Only accept the best. When people say level up, it basically means change your standards. One thing about wealthy people is that they have very, very high standards in everything, in how they dress, in how they live, in their success rates, in their career, whatever. They have very high standards in who they go out with, in who they spend time with. They have very high standards. These people are perfectionists. This is something that is free, it's cheap. You can begin to have very high standards for yourself. Have high standards for your space, for your house. Is your house always clean, or is your house always, untidy and rough? That's one standard that you can have. Have high standards for what you eat. Eat clean, eat good food, take care of your body. Have high standards for how you look. Anytime you go out of your house, be intentional about how you present yourself. You don't have to have the best hair or the best makeup. You can just be clean. Be clean, be put together. Wear clothes that fit you. Wear clothes that go well together. That's an standard you can have for yourself. Don't just buy things because they're on sale or because they're available. One thing I did and I still do now is that if I really want something, I would save up and I will wait until I can afford the highest quality of that thing that I can get. Also, in how you talk to yourself nice. Be kind to yourself. There are many people who call themselves names. Or you insult yourself. Don't do that. And even also how people talk to you. Everybody around me speaks to me and to each other in uplifting ways. I call my friend and I'm like, hey, future minister of finance, most beautiful girl in the world. I hype my friends up, but that's the way we talk to each other. We know that life is in phases and life is transitory. And we also know we believe in the power of the spoken word. So have high standards for how people treat you and how you treat yourself. First, have to treat yourself with a high standard. And then demand that from other people. And if people continue to speak to you or treat you or behave to you in a way that is lower than how you carry yourself, it's a matter of just distancing yourself from such people. I surround myself with people who hype me up. They also, my friends know they can call me out. They call me out all the time. But we know that we speak to ourselves with our future in mind, not in a derogatory manner. Have the best standards for yourself when it comes to your goals. Set ambitious goals. Even at work, have the best standards for yourself. Have a spirit of excellence. Do the best thing that you can do. No matter what you are doing, even if it's very simple, very small. If you are diligent in what you are doing, you are hardworking first. You put in the time, you put in the hours, and you do it with the best quality that is within your power. Someone will notice that you are working hard and they will give you another opportunity. Have a high standards, set ambitious goals. Let your goals be massive. Let your goals scare you. Big, hairy, audacious goals. Set massive goals. Then, after you have set the goals, whatever your hand finds to do, whatever, it doesn't matter the thing. Whatever your hands find to do it well. With excellence, with precision. Have a high standard for yourself. And just, it's a matter of time. By doing that, you are creating a wealthy mindset. You will begin to see opportunities to expand, opportunities to go into other businesses. People that come across you, people that just experience you, they look at you, you are looking good every day. You are showing up to this crappy job, but you are looking good. You have a smile on your face. You are well dressed. You speak well. You are improving yourself. You are doing the job well. They will give you more opportunities. These things are laws of life. And by creating that mindset, You change the way you show up. You change the opportunities that you are seeing because your mind is getting bigger. You change the opportunities that you are reaching out for because you are getting more confident. Like, that's another thing. If you have high standards, what happens to you is like your esteem grows. Your self-esteem grows, your self-belief grows, right? Every single time you raise your standard and life matches up to you, what happens? You raise your confidence. These are very easy, cheap, many of them are free ways that you can cultivate a wealthy mindset. Let me know in the comment section below which of these mindsets were an unlock for you. Which of them would you want to implement? And if you want to see more, let me know. And if any of these things resonated with you, then you should definitely check out my videos about how to invest in yourself even when you have no money. As I said, I began from somewhere, right? I began from not having a lot of money to invest in myself. But even at those stages, I was investing in myself, and I've been able to build a life now that I love, I'm happy with, I'm comfortable with, and I'm still getting better. I'm still growing day by day. The path of a righteous shines brighter and brighter on the perfect day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay rich and build wealth. Bye.